ladies and gentlemen. It's your host, Shane Gilfether, and it is round 6 of the V8 League for 2024. Exciting times. We're heading up to Townsville, keeping it tropical, nice and hot up north. And the Townsville Street Circuit in in Townsville is heating up. We've got a couple of new guys joining us tonight. We've got lots of action as the practice session is very, very close up the top. All right, season standings before we get on track. After round 5, it is Wayne Walker, clean sweep, 2 strong. So far, challenged in race 1 at Hidden Valley by Matt Collins, but he took it away to be standing on 100 points. 5 from 5 in P1. Alex Kiddis holding P2 in 72 points, both from Wayne's World Motorsport. Paul Robinson from Paul Robinson Racing on 67 points stays in P3. The big climber of the week after round 5 was Justin Bryce, moving up 3 spots into P4, dropping Scott Flack and Matt Collins down a spot. Eric Chancher also falling down a spot as well on 53 points. But you can see there with the season points at the moment, they are very close for that 1 position, and it's not over yet. P8, very strong performance from Craig Broadbent, saw him maintain P8, and then Craig Stoddard moving up a spot into the ahead of Braden Pritchard, swapping spots on 30 and 28 points. All right, getting on track now. It is in quali with 5.5 minutes to go. Wayne Walker at the moment, only 1/10 ahead of Matt Collins. That competition's going to be super tight, and Wayne's got his teammate Alex Kiddis in P3 at the moment. Justin Bryce, after a strong performance at Hidden Valley, wants to make it back-to-back as he's carrying the Service New South Wales colours once again, representing for Service Australia. Robinson, P5 at the moment, but those times are yet to come down as we see the boys hitting fast sectors here. Paul Robinson currently on his out lap, or his first flying lap, I should say, with 1:10.097 the target. Is he going to hit a PB on Sector 1? We'll find out just around the corner there. Yes, he's 2/10 up. That's all he'll need to catch Justin Bryce just ahead. As we've got one of our rookies, or new to SimHaus League, is Chris Dudham from Victoria. He's just joined us tonight, just registered. So if you guys ever want to join us for the next race, please make sure you follow the description in the link below and get on board and race with us next week, or next round I should say. So Chris Dudham up in a P5, just getting Paul Robinson. Paul Robinson's back in the pits, rolling out, so he's given up on that flying first sector we saw just before. Braden Pritchard up in a P7, he likes his track. Just pulling it up. Currently in P7. James Spotto been practicing through the week, so he's up midfield, and he'll be there right next to David Baker, who is David Baker's. This is Townsville's one of his favourite tracks. Very good result a couple of years ago. He wants to back it up this year and do even better. His old competition, Bradley Martin. When I say old, I don't mean age, I mean long life competition challenges out on track. It's Brad Martin in the Caterpillar Ford Mustang, racing all the way from Queensland. So this is a local track for him. Andrew Chalui about to start his lap, or finish his qualifying, and he's up into P8 ahead of Spotto and Baker, pushing them back down into 9 and 10, and Martin into 11. All right, so Gabriel Nunes racing from Entertainment Park in Bankstown on the full motion simulators, getting in some late practice and doing very well at the moment to be in P12. Neil Haynes is joining us for the first time this year. And for a while, actually. He's raced with us once a couple of years ago. And he's getting to grips and drifting around the final turn, crossing the line to qualify in P13. Enda Murphy, Race Centre's Managing Director, is circulating P14, still coming to grips with this, racing off a laptop, so it'd be very interesting for him. Okay, back up front, Wayne Walker, I should say, coming out for a quick outlap. He's only got 1:30 to go, so hopefully he can complete at least one lap. He should be flying out on this one. It's not like Formula One where you have to charge up the battery on your outlap to preserve those tyres. He'll be on a fresh set of boots, super softs, and he'll want to just smash this, get the temps in to those tyres and come around for a big one. Next lap, we'll have a look at that when he comes across the line. All right, Matt Collins leaving it to the last second as well. Very short lap this one, only 1:10 for a full lap around. The guys have been getting into the 109, so the track evolving at the moment. Big crowd here today, which you can hear in the background. Matt Collins coming across the start. He's flying lap. Through the nasty kink on the main straight into turn 2. Diving hard, down a second gear, nice. Get the car to rotate. On the gas early, getting a rear to rotate. Down hard in a second gear, maybe even first. Oh, he's up on 2 wheels. Oh, he's not gonna, that lap's not gonna count. And he's pulled it up. So that leaves Wayne Walker on his outlap. Matt Collins will not be able to advance his time. He will not have enough time to get round as Quali has now closed. If you haven't crossed that start finish line by now, it will not count. We've only got a couple of guys out there at the moment. Wayne Walker is still on his flying lap, hoping to improve. Alex Kiddis has pulled it up, but still on track. Justin Bryce coming around. What's he doing? Well, he's pretty even on his PB, so we'll see what happens when he crosses the line. Currently in P6, falling back. He wants to be P4, and he's not going to advance any more than that, losing almost a full second on that last sector alone. Wayne Walker's the only one that's going to improve. He's already on pole, but can he make it even bigger gap to Matt Collins? Currently just over a 10th here. Sliding that car around, just absolutely ragging it. Lost it a bit in the second sector. And he still can't break that 110, but he did his best. 110 flat, so congrats to Wayne Walker. All right, so the results of quali, it is Wayne Walker, Matt Collins, very close behind. Alex Kiddis, Wayne's teammate. They're going to be line astern down the inside of the track. This will be very hard for Matt Collins to protect here. And Chris Studham is very impressive up into P4. Braden Pritchard moving up into P5 as well, pushing Justin Bryce down into P6. Paul Robinson lagging a bit there. He'll want to improve that through the race. You've got to be patient. So James Spotto in P8. Andrew Chalui in 9. David Baker rounds out your top 10. Then we've got Bradley Martin, Gabriel Nunes, Neil Haynes, and Enda Murphy. Your top 14. So we're just going to check with the guys, go to a quick break, and we'll come back for race 1. Stay tuned.
Albert. What are we playing?
Ya lo sabéis, it's Halo Day.
Yeah, one sec.
He's playing football, isn't he?
Chacho, you know he fancies himself footballer.
Oh, whatever. Look, your love makes me strong, but your hate makes me invincible. All right, let's get on Halo then.
Let's go.
Ready.
Dale.
You went back this time, right?
Chill, chaval. I won't ghost you this time.
I'm going hallway.
I got right.
Uno fuera.
Oh, another one down. Lock in. Next kill wins it.
Where is he? No lo veo.
Alicia, do you hear that?
Quick on him, top left.
There. I'll push it. He's one shot.
Game over.
Got him.
Well played.
Same time tomorrow then.
We'll see.
Bye-bye.
Ciao. Nos vemos.
Okay, race one, the boys are ready, the grid is set. It is going to be Wayne Walker, Matt Collins on the front row. What can they do? Collins has actually got the inside line. Is that going to be beneficial? Just waiting for, looks like, Chris Dudham to grid up. Just managed to get on the grid now. Oh, Wayne Walker getting a good jump. Matt Collins, it's a drag race down below. Walker's got the jump. Chris Dudham up on the inside. Matt Collins close behind. Dudham up into third place. Chris Kiddas back there. Oh, Pritchard getting loose there, and it's a tank slapper with Justin Bryce being forced into the wall, but Justin Bryce holding firm, staying on the inside. And we've got, oh, looks like someone's hit the wall there. But it could have been just, oh, big battle up the front now for Matt Collins. Chasing down Wayne Walker out in the front. He really wants to get the job done on Wayne Walker for race one at least. Right on his tail already, putting pressure on, pushing him through. Will he come up the inside? Oh, very deep. Collins, yes, forcing Walker outside. Great move there up on the inside. Wayne Walker back into second. Almost in the clutches of Chris Dudham in third. From Victoria, new guy. And then it's Kiddas, Bryce. Oh, Bryce just getting loose, coming out on the turn. That's Matt Collins racing down the front straight in P1 for lap 2. Oh, almost right up against that wall, leaving some marks there. Not leaving anything to chance of him. He clipped that wall. Not too sure if that's going to cost him a little bit. That there is 30% damage on these cars. Now he's got a clean track ahead of him. He can just drive it the way he wants to. Wayne Walker's enjoying this challenge as they come through the S's at the front. Oh, Chris Dudham up on 2 wheels. Further back, Paul Robinson with Andrew Chalui from the back of the field. It's already up into P9. Great racing from him. Then there's Bradley Martin, David Baker, Enda Murphy on screen, Gabriel Nunes and Neil Haynes in P14. Back up the front, oh, Wayne Walker trying everything he can, but Chris Dudham is loving this battle up front. You can see on screen now. Down the main straight, Kiddas bringing up the dust, Bryce trying to tuck in behind Kiddas, getting that draft down the long front straight. Best lap for Dudham, and we can see that on screen as he's closing in just getting used to R Factor 2 itself. If you're not too sure, the platform that we are using, it is R Factor 2. And this track is beautifully presented by Andrea 1968. If you're not sure of his work, follow the link in the description down below. He produces some beautiful tracks for R Factor 2, very detailed. Some of the most realistic circuits we've had on the service. Wayne Walker struggling to keep it off the curbs. Huge bump over that right-hand crest, enough to upset the car. Wayne Walker's going to force Matt Collins into submission, and Collins is into the pits. Mystery there. I didn't see the penalty given to Collins. Did he jump the start, or is it a tyre change? As we see Collins falling down, unfortunately, unable to challenge Wayne Walker. But I tell you what, we've got another challenger in the name of Chris Dudham, who's got Alex Kittis behind, and Justin Price, your top four. Brayton Pritchard up in a P5. He's holding firm there. He's got James Spotto behind him and Paul Robinson. James Spotto having a fantastic drive. Oh, I heard a bit of a clip there. So they come through, beautiful section through here. Very difficult in the V8s. They don't like to turn too much under high speed. But these boys are well versed in controlling these cars. Coming around the bend, we've got Kittis and Bryce right next to each other. Up the front, you can see there, that's another three-way train. That is 6, 7, and 8 you're looking at the back here. Chilui going up the inside. Oh, great move. Will he force the ball outside? It's a drag race. That's Paul Robinson side by side. Paul Robinson's got the better line on the inside line. Chilui's letting it go. Oh, they're both getting loose. Very surprised they didn't touch each other there. Very skillful driving from the both of them. And Bryce is challenging Pritchard up ahead. Walker stretching that lead to Dudham. That's Justin Bryce chasing Alex Kittis at the moment. And there's Brayton Pritchard just waiting in the shadows, waiting for anything to happen. Will Bryce go up the inside here? Oh, he's tried it. He's going to push here. He might get the jump on the inside line here. Will he go deep under brakes? He's sniffing it out. He's not going to do it. Kittis too strong. Oh, he's got the inside line. He's got a good run. That's how close they are down the main straight. Walker's stretching that lead out now to 2 seconds. These two the closest. Battling it out for P3. Pritchard, Paul Robinson. He's moved up a couple of spots because Spotto's dropped back and Chilui's dropped back as well. The guys just riding those curves as hard as they can. Chopping those curves, absolutely jumping the inside line over them. Probably the best way to do it, really just attack them and eat them up. If you hit him on the wrong line and just clip him on the outside edge of the tyre, it will throw the car well off balance. You can see the leaders just in front, first and second. Oh, bit of a clip there. Justin Bryce, Kittis just braking a bit longer on that turn. Maybe he's protecting his tyres. Matt Collins further back, charging through the field after his pit stop. I think he started the race on hards. Maybe he's come in just to put him on softs. No, he's still on hards at the moment. We'll see what the tyre selection is for most of the field. Oh, sorry, softs for Matt Collins. And he's in again. Oh, he's having a terrible race, this one. Matt Collins showing a lot of promise in the first 2 laps, unfortunately. Probably getting penalty upon penalty. Very unfortunate. Matt Collins showing a lot of pace through practice, top in the practice times, and then just missing out on quali. It's Chris Dutton, the big surprise today from Victoria. We'll have to find out his background after the race. Love to know where they came from and what they've done previously. It's still Kiddas and Bryce, the challenge for 3rd and 4th. And looks like Paul Robinson's moving up into 5th now, all alone. Starting to stretch out after the first few laps. There's another battle further back. It's Bradley Martin and then Baker and Chalui. So we'll go to that battle now. And there it is on screen. Baker around the outside. Chalui trying to cut through. Martin holding him out wide, but locks up, slows it down. Baker should be up in the back of this, tucking in behind Chalui. Get that drive down the main straight as it's Chalui chasing Bradley Martin in the Caterpillar. Well, up the inside, will he get it done? Will he overshoot it and Bradley Martin come back to the inside? Oh no, he's spun it. Oh, he's wedged Baker into the wall as well. He'll probably give that position back to Baker. Not the case yet, but maybe through the race. Gabriel Nunes up into P11. He's not too far behind, showing very consistent laps at the moment. Fastest lap at 1:12.689. So it's still Martin and Baker battling it out for 9 and 10. There they are. Long-time supporters of SimHaus Racing back in the Race Centre days. Almost 10 years racing in our leagues. And if you want to join our league, you follow the description down below. You hit the subscribe and the notification, but you can also follow the link to our Discord channel down in the description. So make sure you get on board and get on track. Alex Kiddas starting to stretch away from Bryce now, over a second gap. Bryce from Service Australia. And they're starting to close in on Chris Dutton, who may not be used to looking after his tyres for the 20-lap race. We're not even halfway through and the boys are slowing down. If you're out there watching, let us know where you're from. Leave a comment, let us know what you like, what you'd like to see change. Oh, Bryce just spinning out there. He's got to protect it. He lost another spot to Paul Robinson, but he'll be back for that one. And it looks like Spotto and Pritchard in the background as well, coming around the final corner. There they are. That's Spotto and Ray Pritchard taking a nice right line there. He'll get a good run down the main straight. On ball with Braden Pritchard now in the 56 Mustang. Nice consistent laps. Pritchard, fastest lap. Oh, 1:12 Spotto. Going the wrong way. He's probably just cooked it coming out of that corner. He thinks he's going to stay there to let the rest of the field go. We're trying to spin in front. Very hard cars to get around. But he's managed to do that with only losing one position. And here comes Bradley Martin and Baker. Bradley Martin still out in front in those two. So, oh, and that's Chalui. What happened to Chalui here? Falling down the field. See if we can bring up the replay. So he's come in hot to that corner and he's just lost it on his own, unfortunately. So he's still stuck there, just staying there. Wayne Walker out on his own, starting to lap the field now. Chalui DNFing out of that one. One little mistake and he's stuck. showing a clean pair of heels all year long. Clean sweep so far, 5 rounds out of 5. And he's very strong for taking out race 1 of round 6 as well. But anything could happen. We saw Matt Collins. He's actually had 2 visits in pit lane so far. So he just wants to bank some points and reset himself for race 2. Race 2 is going to be reverse results of the quali. As it's a longer race, the boys at the back are going to have plenty of time to get back to the front. So we'll see a lot of interesting racing up the front and mid-pack, while the faster guys are going to want to come through. That's Matt Collins at the moment. Chris Dudham. Oh, he's got Alex Kiddas for company now, and they're coming up to some lap vehicles. So I've got Enda Murphy, very experienced driver, and the founder of Race Centre back in 2011. Pretty much one of the first guys to start up a sim centre, a dedicated simulated sim centre in Queensland and Sydney. And then everyone else has followed suit to where it's quite a strong market now. So it's Chris Dudham, Enda Murphy just moving out of the way for these two, which is a smart thing because we want to see the battle on track. Enda Murphy just out overshooting that last corner there. Spotto in the pit as well. Looks like he's struggling on those tyres. Oh, and Enda Murphy in the background just smacks the wall. Paul Robinson coming through too now. And putting daylight back to Braden Pritchard. Still in P5, doing a solid race at the moment. Justin Price has moved down into P9. Not where he wants to be. He was already up into P4 and 5. And he's behind Neil Haynes. Neil Haynes in the back of the field. It looks like a lot of these drivers, and that's Brad Martin on lap 13 coming in for a fresh set of tyres. So those super softs not lasting in the hot conditions up in tropical North Queensland. Neil Haynes from the back of the field has moved up into P7. So he's definitely conserved his tyres and it is paying off big time here. Just see what tyre compound he's racing on. And Haynes is on the super soft. Pritchard will probably get stronger towards the end of the race here. And Justin Price trying everything he can to get through Neil Haynes at the moment. Up the inside, Neil's got to protect that line. Come in early, don't get balked. He took a grab and that's shot him into the wall. He's just lost one position. If he just regroups, he'll clean up some valuable points. Martin, Nunes, Murphy, all in pit lane trying to get a new set of tyres. And looks like Martin's trapped in there by Nunes. They're both rolling out. And Murphy in the pits now. So Wayne Walker after lap 14 is 11 seconds ahead of the field. And P2, it's Chris Dudham. Oh, Kiddas. We just saw him get loose just as we cut to him. So that's given Chris Dudham a bit of breathing space. Very solid driving from Chris Dudham. He's fastest lap of the race so far, 1:11.7. Wayne Walker, the leader, best lap is 1:11.2. So half a second behind. Kiddas on a fastest lap of 1:11.8 lap. Paul Robinson's recovered that quali quite well as he's moved up into P4. So too Braden Pritchard. P8 or 9 start has moved up into P5 for now. That's him coming onto the main straight, bringing up some dust. Justin Price recovering a bit now. Here comes David Baker in P7 in the Kmart, and Greg Murphy, lap of the gods, inspired livery there. So this is a little battle on track now. Gabriel Nunes trying to chase down Bacon. And I heard Neil just locking up there, and he's got Bradley Martin on fresh tyres for company. So Matt Collins still coming through the field after 2 visits through pit lane, is back up into P9 at the moment, doing very well to be in the top 10. Spotto after his fresh set of tyres. This is a good indication what's going to happen in race 2, because race 2 is over double the length of this race. This race has only got 4 laps to go, which is about 4.5 minutes. Just looking through the field, see where people are. They're pretty spread out now. Out on lap 16, and this is the location of second place, just coming around turn 3 or 4, whichever way you want to look at it, whether you include the main kink on the main straight as T1 or not. Best lap time for Justin Bryce, that must be on a brand new set of tyres. And he's just posted a 1:11.2, taking the fastest lap of the race so far. And he is flying. P6, he's got Braden Pritchard, but he's 10 seconds up the road. Look, with 4 laps to go, lapping, let's see what Pritchard's doing. He's 5 seconds faster than Pritchard on that lap alone. Oh, you've got to go faster on 4 wheels, Justin. Keep it down. No audition for the Bridgestone stunt team as Wayne Walker takes David Baker, who is currently in P9. So Walker's starting to catch and lap these guys now. Baker spinning on those old tyres. I think he's trying on those old tyres, but they're not going to last. A couple of the other guys chose to come in and get fresh rubber, and there goes Chris Dudham, and Kiddash should be coming around as well. There he goes. While Baker tries to rejoin onto the track and minimise losing too many positions. Quite aggressive curbs here at Townsville. We've seen a few guys get loose on those curbs just back there and 2 wheels into the wall. Fortunately for us, we can just hit the reset button and go again. But during the race, they'll have to do that from the pit lane if there's too much damage. Alright, so Braden Pritchard still in P5. Justin Bryce only a second behind. We said 10 seconds before. Oh, he's got Paul Robinson behind him. Oh, okay, so it's Justin Bryce on the back of Paul Robinson. Justin Bryce. That's Ender Murphy in between. Justin Bryce just apologising to Ender there, just clipping the tail. But Ender came across there right when Justin was accelerating. So these two are battling it out again. They've found each other back on track. And Brycey's chasing hard down the main straight. That track is not that wide. Oh, there it goes. Paul Robinson just cracked under pressure. And there it is on screen. You saw Paul Robinson just spinning out. He's probably recovered pretty quickly. Yes, he has. He's only lost 1 position, but he'll be skating on those old tyres. He's got to brake and slow that car down. Too much momentum. As you can see, Wayne just stretching out, going nice and wide towards the wall there, just so he's not got too much turn in on the steering wheel and bringing the rears around. See Brad Martin just bringing up the dust. Neil Haynes back up in P7. P8 I should say. That is Matt Collins up into P7. What a fantastic effort. 2 trips through pit lane, he's made his way back up through the field. We don't know if he's got enough time to catch Paul Robinson. He's got 8 seconds to get in 2 laps. And who's that on the inside of the field? I can't see. Could have been Gabriel Nunes. But looks like this is the race on track, which it sort of is, because Neil Haynes is the position behind Matt Collins. Brad Martin is a lap further down, so he's not in contention in that group. So it'll be Matt Collins and then the Neil Haynes truck assist. And there he goes. There goes Brad Martin soon behind. And here comes Wayne Walker again. So Wayne Walker is on the final lap of the race. Once he crosses the line, it'll be the end for the rest of the field who cross the line after him. But Wayne Walker's going to want to practice chasing and overtaking these guys on 20 lap old tyres on Supercars. The other guys are pretty much pitted. Chris Dudham hasn't pitted either Kidas or Richard. Bryce is the first guy to pit that'll finish in P5. Oh, Brad Martin just spun it out in the back. Oh, he's up on the roof. What happened here? Going back to see what happened to Brad Martin as he makes way for other drivers. He's come round. Oh, and he's just lost it. Oh, and he's tripped it up and he's on the two wheels. So Wayne Walker crossing the line now. Chris Dudham coming across to take the checkered flag. Very impressive. P2. And then it's Alex Kidas and David Baker who's not for position. So Kidas will take P3. With David Baker will cross the line. He'll be finishing in P12. Justin Bryce recovers for P4. Braden Pritchard's just got to get back on track if he wants to keep P5, but Paul Robinson's coming, Matt Collins has come around the corner. Matt Collins is a bit further back, so Braden might be able to recover back on track. And that's Justin Bryce crossing the road. So Braden Pritchard out on his own now, crossing the line. Very respectable P5, and Matt Collins, an ever impressive P6. Now, then it's Neil Haynes. In his first outing will be finishing in P7. Solid drive from Chris Haynes. So then Paul Robinson crosses the line as well. James Spotto already in, and Gabriel Nunes already finished. So that is the end of race one. Okay, so race one result, it is Wayne Walker, Chris Dudham in P2, Alex Kidas P3, Justin Bryce recovering super well after that pit stop to recovering take home P4, ahead of Braden Pritchard in 5, Matt Collins in the number 6, finishes in 6, Neil Haynes in 7, Paul Robinson 8, James Spotto, Gabriel Nunes 9 and 10. 11th position is Bradley Martin ahead of David Baker, Enda Murphy and Andrew Chalui retiring early on. Okay, so we're going to go to a commercial break and stay tuned. We'll be ready for race 2 after these messages.
Baba, what are we playing?
Ya lo sabéis, it's Halo Day.
Yeah, one sec, one sec.
He's playing football, isn't he?
这家伙, you know he fancies himself footballer.
Oh, whatever. Look, your love makes me strong, but your hate makes me invincible. All right, let's get on Halo then.
Let's go.
Ready.
Dale.
You got my back this time, right?
Chill, chaval. I won't ghost you this time.
I'm going hallway.
I got right.
Uno fuera.
Oh, another one down.
Lock in. Next kill wins it.
Where is he? No lo veo.
Alicia, do you hear that?
Pick on him, top left.
There. I'll push it. He's one shot.
Game over.
Got him.
Well played.
Same time tomorrow then.
We'll see.
Bye-bye.
Ciao. Nos vemos.
Okay, welcome back. It is race 2, 50 laps this one. Looking forward to this. It's reverse grid. So it means we've got Andrew Chilui on pole with Neil Haynes next to him. Just waiting for them to grid up. They've got 1 minute to set up the car and then get on track. It's going to be an absolute scorcher, race 2. Who are you cheering for? Let's hear it. Let's leave a comment in the chat on YouTube if you're watching. If you just joined us, let us know where you're watching from and who you're supporting. Got a couple of seconds before the lights. Listen out for the tone. Here we go. Andrew Chilui on the outside. Neil Haynes on the inside. Off we go. Good jump at the start. Brad Martin getting the flyer through there. Got the faster guys towards the back here. Neil Haynes up on the inside. Oh, and it's... Oh, thought a Red Bull had lost it then. Nice and controlled through turn 1. It's Chilui and Neil Haynes side by side. It's going to be sprint race to the next corner, but Neil Haynes has got the best position there. Chilui trying to go around the outside. All the noises just for some witches' hats, so just ignore those noises. Look at it compress up the front. Gabriel Nunes trying to come up and around the outside at Neil Haynes. He's got the inside line. Can he break deep? Yes, he's going to take it. Nice job from Gabriel Nunes moving up into P2. Save that one for your show reel. That was a great move from Gabriel Nunes. Chilui's starting to stretch out now. Looks like Justin Price. Oh, Haynes might have got a couple of pushes there. That sounds like Justin Price just got in the back of Neil Haynes, and Haynes has dropped back, so he's just going to try and recover. Price, he's up near Walker, and that's Kiddas as well. They're the faster guys, so watch them come through the field. Already got Baker and Ender Murphy, and Neil Haynes has dropped back as well. So up the front, let's give credit. Chilui stretching away now. Out in front, over a 1.5 second gap. Then it's Nunes in P2. Martin come around the corner. He's got a huge field behind him now. Watch him come through. Chris Dudham is already up into P4. Chasing down Brad Martin. Paul Robinson, James Spotto, Justin Price, Alex Kiddas, Wayne Walker, David Baker, Ender Murphy, Neil Haynes in that order. Watch him come through that field. Great shot of Baker getting through those turns now. Alright, so Nunes just going through Martin protecting the inside, but he's locked it up. Can he hold on to it? Yes, he can. But Chris Dudham too smooth. He's going to take that position. Unless Brad Martin's going to come up the inside. No, he's going to tuck in. Spotto's stealing a spot there, trying to squeeze up behind Brad Martin. It's a drag race down the main straight. He's tucking in behind Paul Robinson, as you can see in front. Will he go up the inside? Oh, he's trying, but he's just going to look after those tyres. Paul Robinson getting up the inside of Bradley Martin, just up ahead. And it's a drag race. Oh, a bit of a tap there, back of Brad Martin. Not much room through these streets of Townsville. Oh, Bryce swirling all over the place there. And here comes Wayne Walker, already up into P7 from the rear of the field. We're only on lap 3 of 50. It is going to be a long, long race. 2 to 3 pit stops, my calculations, judging from the first race there of 20 laps. Some boys pitted twice in that opening race of 20 laps there. So if they're going to do that, I'd be looking around the lap 20 or 18 mark for their first run of pit stops. Spotto just locking up there. Oh, losing the position. To Bryce just slotting in front now. Just get the drone cam up there. See Wayne Walker coming up the inside. Gabriel Nunes still up into P2. Fantastic job, Chalui, over 3.5 seconds. Gabriel Nunes, solid run. These are the two boys from Entertainment Park racing side by side in the Sim Centre at Bankstown Entertainment Park. Absolutely flying in race 2. Oh, and Paul Robinson trying to sneak around the outside, cat and mouse. Gabriel Nunes is going to be all up in his windscreen. This is the view from the back. They all want that position. Justin Bryce wants a piece of it as well. Spot over. Look at Gabriel Nunes getting the run out of the final corner down the main straight. Chalui out in front, the fastest lap of the race, a 1:12.752. And this is the whole field chasing down Gabriel Nunes in P2. Closing in under brakes is Chris Dudham from Victoria. Will he get the inside line? I feel like he's going to try the inside. No, he's taking it nice and easy. Nunes holding up the train there now. Kiddas, Robinson, Bryce. Look, it's all compressed. Oh, he's gone wide. That's going to get Chris up the inside, but no, he's protecting that. But Paul's going to take that, and Justin's coming around as well. Paul's going, come on, mate, let's go. Let's get out of here. We need to overtake, but Gabriel doing all he can to protect that line under braking. Chris getting that position back on the inside. It's going to be a drag race down the main straight. This is what we had in race 2 at Hidden Valley. Oh, Kiddas trying to get up the inside of Spotto as well. Got the train behind Gabriel Nunes. So it's compressing up. Oh, there it goes. Looks like a bit of a freeze there. And that's taking out those two drivers. Unfortunately, Chalui now out with a 7-second lead ahead of Paul Robinson Looked like a bit of a freeze. We saw a bit of a freeze and then they come together. We'll be down to net code. They're all got, oh, Kiddas just spinning out, coming out of the final corner. Was he helped along the way? We're not too sure. It's Paul Robinson leading out Justin Bryce, and championship leader at the moment, Wayne Walker. Defending champion Craig Broadbent unable to join us tonight, so he'll probably slip down the table as we bring up the season standings in the bottom right-hand corner. Check that out as you see the results for in-race standings. So it looks like Ender Murphy's exited the session already. Lost Matt Collins and Braden Pritchard. They need to get up early, so they need to get in bed early for their work. And that's Wayne Walker. That's the championship standings as we see it down the bottom right-hand corner. Wayne Walker with a perfect 100 points at the moment, about to make it 120. And it's Kiddas, Robinson, Bryce, Black. Black missing tonight's race as well. He'll be slipping down the table. So we'll see, not even Stoddard moving up. So the second half of the table really going to fall off the lead group as we continue into race 2, 50 laps. We're already, what, 8 laps down. Oh, and that's Chilui again from the lead of the race. That's the leader. Taking up Paul Robinson. Ah, that's bad news for Paul Robinson. He's just got to drop it and recover the best he can. Currently in P9, he will have to climb back up the order as Wayne Walker's now taken honours again for race 2. Watch everyone try and catch up, but they're not going to be able to. Chilui after that spin has recovered for P2. And it's Justin Bryce. Unfortunately, Chilui with like a 5-second lead ahead of everyone else. Spun and then now is in the mix. Unfortunately, Paul Robinson just clipped at the wrong angle and got spun around, and on the street circuit it's very hard to recover, although Townsville is not as bad as Gold Coast. The spin out of Gold Coast you can forget about it. You have to let the whole field through or wait for clear flags. Spotto pulling out as well. He's DNF'd into the pits from P9. And Neil Haynes trying to recover after that earlier spin. Chilui currently lapping, well, let's not count the last one. His fastest lap's on 1:12.7, and the leader, Wayne Walker's fastest lap's on 1:13. So he's definitely trying to make this a one-stopper for him. He'll try and get to lap 25 for sure. Depending on how much rubber he had left at the end of the first race, being that the first race was only 20 laps long. So it's Chilui in second, Bryce in third, Chris Dudham got caught up in that melee before as well, but he's still in P4. And he's got Kiddas for company. And he'll probably keep him company the entire race too. Paul Robinson back up into P6 already. That means Gabriel Nunes is right behind Paul Robinson, as you can see. I didn't see him in the shot before, but there he is. And it's Neil Haynes back in the 8th. So this is the closest battle on track at the moment, as you can see on the timing screen. Although we've got Chilui and Bryce up in P2 as well. And Robinson and Nunes, which is on the screen. And Dudman, yes, although Justin Bryce, what's happened to him? can see him up on 2 wheels, up on the wall. Not too sure how he got there. So he's come around, hit that curve. Oh, he's bounced and spun around and done a Brad Martin up on 2 wheels. Alright, so that's how it was done. So he's recovered now, back into P7. So let's go back up the front. Wayne Walker, too good. 5 seconds ahead of Andrew Chalui. Oh, Brad Martin, I saw take those curves. Watch Chalui take it nice and smooth. Great job. Taking those curves perfectly. You can see how unsettled the car gets as they take him. So you've got to hit them at the right speed so they bounce just before the next curve. Watch these two guys take it. Nice and smooth through there. So we're on board with Alex Kiddis at the moment with Chris Dudham out in front. We'll follow these guys for a full lap around. Coming up to the penultimate corner onto the main straight. Very important to get a good launch there because it is a long straight, but you can make a lot of gains if you get out there cleanly and get up to full speed. Up into 6th gear, revving it out right up into the high rev range, and it's back down in 2nd gear. Oh, very tight, almost clipped. Oh, could probably adjust the brake bias after that one. He got very close to Chris there under brakes. Yeah, taking those curves nice and hard. For tyres at the moment. That's only lap 12, very early in this race to be doing that. The guys are starting to stretch out, so he's come out on a fresh set. We'll see what the guys are on, what compounds they're running. A lot of guys on softs trying to make that work for 25 laps, and they'll come in and get another set. Gabriel Nunes has gone to the soft tyre. Got Bradley Martin, that's for position 2, so that's 8th and 9th there. Baker further back in P10. Alright, so up the floor, who's that in the dust? That's Brad Martin, so that's Chalui lapping Brad Martin already. And Nunes just ahead as well. Flying the flag for the Castrol Mustang. Fastest lap of the race so far for him is a 1:12.752. The leader, Wayne Walker's, on a 1:12.5. So only 2/10 in it between the top 2 drivers. But that gap of 8.5 seconds, that is absolutely huge. All right, so Dudham and Kiddis are battling it out once again. Just over a second gap now. You see the field stretching out. Some of the guys have pitted. Let's see who's actually pitted. Only showing that Baker's pitted once, but we know that Martin's coming as well, and Nunes. So that counter's not always spot on. That's why I rarely use it. Right, so Wayne Walker out in the lead for Hogsbeth Cafe, Wayne's World Motorsports. His teammate Alex Kiddis in P4. On lap 14 of 50, if it's a 2-stopper, they're going to be doing it in the next 2 laps. turn 2 now, stretching it out, right up against a wall, throwing it up, down in a second gear, nice and smooth through that turn. He's not overdriving it, that's where he's saving his tyres, and that's the difference between him and the rest of the drivers now. He does take a bit of curb, he's just hitting his marks every time. Deep down, you don't see the front dive down too much because he's not braking late, he's braking a bit earlier and just smoothly coming in, taking all that pressure off the tyres and saving on that rubber. He's still only lapping in the 113s, which is definitely conservation mode for the Super Soft. So my guess is he's going to come in on lap 24 or 25. So we see Baker roll through the lane as well. And he's actually DNF, so he's out of the race, finishing in P10. All right, Bradley Martin on screen now, P9. Trying to get up the road to catch Gabriel Nunes, who's only 5 seconds up the road, and that's Andrew Chalui, who you can see. Chris Tuttle, he comes in a pit lane, so that's his first. So he's choosing the 2 stopper, and that's our pit window for 2 stops. It's going to be lap 16 and probably 40. We'll see if he changes to he's still going to super softs on that one. Nice stop there. Right, so Chris Dudham rejoining the track into P7. You see Wayne Walker behind. On cold tyres, he's got to take it easy for 1 lap at least. Wayne Walker, Chalui just crossing the start finish line now. And Wayne Walker coming through. So Paul Robinson, Justin Bryce. Paul Robinson selling in a 4. Brycey, oh, he's coming in the lane again. I'll say again, I think this is the first time for him. So he's definitely going to make it a 2-stopper. So Neil Haynes, as he did in the first race, he suffered at the start, but he's just chewing away. And already back up into P5. That's Chris Dudham behind him, and that is for position. I mean, oh, Neil just locking up there on entry. You've probably seen Chris Dudham in the revision mirror. See the back of Neil Haynes' car, and that's Chris chasing. Neil just struggling on that accelerator, he's wheel spinning. So Chris on the inside takes that position, up on 2 wheels in style as well. Might be due for Neil to come in for a set of boots as well. Make it a 2-stop. Right on board with Neil Haynes for a full lap. 6 gears, slowly coming down the gears, nice and easy. Yep, more on the brakes than the gears. Taking it nice and easy through that turn, up in the 4th gear, and then sharply down in a 2nd. Taking that curve nicely, just getting on the gas. Pedal pushing it through these curves. It's going to be a nice smooth. Oh, he's broken, locked up a little bit. Very tentative on that accelerator as they take the turn. Letting it drift out wide, heavy braking, back it down in second gear. Nice through the gears, really taking it easy. That's probably what his strength is on this circuit. Looking after those tyres. Not getting on the gas too early. That's a full lap with Neil Haynes. Got Wayne Walker behind. Some position changes as we've got Justin Price coming out of the pits, and this is Kiddas. And that's Nunes. This is for position as well, and that's Bradley Martin up ahead. Oh, Nunes just spinning it in the background there. Side by side. That's Bryce on the inside. Kiddas, how does Kiddas protect? No, Bryce is just tucked in for now. See the different lines at the moment, trying to be consistent. Bryce on new tyres. Kiddas still out there on his original set. He's going to want to take it to lap 25. He's already lap 20. Kiddas is going to protect, but he's got nothing on those tyres against Justin Bryce, who's got a fresh set. But Justin Bryce has to get in front of these two and get enough lead. So, because we know he's got to pit again towards the end of the race. Bradley Martin tugging down the inside, but this is all for position. It is a three-way battle at the moment. It's Bradley Martin, Justin Bryce. Actually, my apologies. Kiddas is out of sequence with these guys. Oh. And that's the difference in the braking with the older tyres. So it's still a battle between Bryce and Martin there. Bryce just getting away. Now he's got to chase down Alex Kiddas again. Forcing Kiddas to probably get earlier than what he wants to, because Kiddas is on the strategy of a one pit stop. Currently in P3, Chris Dudder moving up into P5 as well, so quite solid from him after his first pit stop. Nice and smooth. Fastest lap of the race for Chris Dudderman, 1:11.586. That last lap was a 1:13.232. Alright, so Haynes in the pit now. We saw him struggling early on. Looks like he's putting a belly of fuel in, which is not ideal because he is new to the service. Probably a bit of a mistake there not to empty the fuel before coming in the pits. So he's going to be a bit slower. As we see him rejoin in P9. Shalui, solid drive, still up into P2. Started on pole, had that incident while out in the lead with about 5 seconds lead ahead of everyone else, and he's spun. So he's lapping in the 1:14s at the moment, one of the faster guys out there, especially on an older set. He definitely hasn't come into the pits yet for his tyres. should see him in the next couple of laps. Because there's Justin Bryce, that's P6, wanting to come and unlap himself from Chilui in P2. The boys are stretched all over the track there, as you can see in the track map, top right hand corner. And we are in Townsville. Chilui just avoiding those curves. Taking nice and wide. These cars don't like turning too much. They're like steering at tankets sometimes. Nunes in the pits for his set of tyres. I'm sure that's his second pit stop. I think he came in lap 12, so probably getting 12 laps out of a set of super softs, as he is 2 laps down at the moment. And here comes Chilui for his set. He's got to brake and slow down. No, that's going to be too fast for the pit lane. We may see him concede a penalty for speeding in pit lane. So Chilui currently P3. Kidas moves up into P2. So he's done the right thing. He's not taken on any fuel. We'll see if he concedes a penalty as he leaves the pit lane. Just watch it up near the lap counter, top left hand corner. Will he receive a penalty from the stewards? No, he definitely got under the speed, which is excellent news and an excellent stop as he rejoins in P4. And there is Dudham going past. That is for position. Chilui's got to watch it on. Oh, Dudham making a mistake. Chilui up the inside, side by side. Who's go? Oh, bit of a tap. Oh, they're locked in wheel to wheel. He can't move. They're literally locked at the front. They couldn't move those front wheels. You can see that there. They were locked. Like Thomas Randall hit the belly. I forget who it was. I think it was Courtney. Just got locked in the rear and then had to dismount like 2 dogs going for it. So Chilui moves back up into P4, but Chris Dudham is going to be right on his tail. These lap times are very comparable between these 2 drivers, so this will be a race, great race towards the end of the race. But Chris Dudham has got about 5 or 6 laps on those tyres. Can he make it to the end? We know Chilui should be able to take this set to the end of the race, but can Dudham do the same? Driving quite nicely through this section here. Oh, almost commentator's curse. Watch him ride those curves, getting up onto 2 wheels. Beautiful track here, presented by Andrea 1968. A great modder for R Factor 2 circuits and a set of course of 2. Oh, Kiedis and Robinson, both in the pits. There they are. That's for position as well. So let's see who dumped the right amount of fuel out. Because we're not consuming fuel, you do not want to be taking on any fuel as well. So you see Chilui taking and Dudham taking positions, but it's Paul Robinson leaving first. Oh. It's going to be a sprint down into turn 2 or 1. Kidas getting the advantage as he gets to release the pit limiter earlier. Gabriel Nunes in P9. Oh, it's not part of it. Probably wasn't concentrating, just clipped that inside wall. what happens here. Oh, he's tried to avoid and he's just gone straight into the wall. Oh, that's a big shunt from Gabriel Nunes up on the ceiling. So it's Walker out in front now, P1. 51 seconds ahead, almost going to be lapping P2. We've only got the top 3 drivers on the lead lap. Oh, Walker makes an uncharacteristic mistake there. Oh, he's in the pit, so that's him in, okay, so 27. So he's gone a bit longer because he's investing in the back half of the race. But look at this, Kiddas and Robinson. There they go. They want to get around and get as far up the track as possible while Wayne Walker's in pit lane. This is them pretty much unlapping themselves. So this will be more drivers on the lead lap. So this is for position. This is for P4, battle for P4 at the moment. Kiddas and Robinson, this is for position number 4. There's nothing in it. Robinson quickly down the gears, getting into first gear, wants to get that quick launch out of the corner, but very easy to get a taily on these circuits, on this circuit, especially the street circuit. You're pretty much working the vehicle the whole time. The only risk you get is this little stretch down the main straight, enough to just relax the hands and regroup for the next lap, because once they get into turn, this corner here, we'll call it turn 1, it's all on. There's nice concrete barriers that greet you once you make a mistake. Laps down, we'll go through the field, show you where everyone is. It's hard to get away from this battle. We'll stay here a little bit longer. Robinson trying all he can to get around, get us in front. Taking a different line, not too sure if that's working for him, but he's definitely still with him as they head down the main straight. Now on board with Kiddas, looking back at Paul Robinson. Will he close in under the deep braking? Oh, yes he does. Similar lines, but he's trying to get the inside line. Flashing the headlights to say, let me through. He's got to get Kiddas nice and nervous, but Kiddas too strong. Robinson can't even get next to him to show the nose. Getting a great launch out of that corner. Here he is down the main straight, watching Robinson trying to close in. Getting right up friendly with that concrete wall as they turn into turn 1. Paul's a bit stronger coming in, but Alex a bit stronger coming out, as you can see the gap opening up. Kiddas just evening out the inputs Doesn't want to go too hard because he's only going to have to brake hard to make the turn. So he's just stretching out the inputs and the speed just to bring it more consistency and looking after those tyres, not overheating, which is very important here up in Townsville. Will Paul go up the inside? He's going to go for it. It looks like he's going to make a move. Oh, he got balked just on the exit there. Will Paul go for the up the inside? Oh, he's trying. Tuck in, you got to tuck in and get the draft, but Kiddas has got to come out in front of Paul. Oh, he's going to try up the inside. Look, he's showing the nose. He's got Bradley Martin to get balked. Whichever way Alex chooses to go around Brad Martin up in front, Paul's going to go the opposite way. See these guys working these cars all through, taking the curves that bounces out of turn 2. It is a street circuit, so it's not perfectly flat race circuit. These guys absolutely love street circuits. Very challenging. Back to the battle for P4 at the moment between Alex Kiddas and Paul Robinson. We'll go see where Justin Bryce is because he's 12 seconds off this group. Just under 13, or just on 13 I should say. So that's Justin Bryce coming onto the main straight now. So pretty much the length of the front straight. We'll go back to P1, show Wayne Walker as he comes onto the final turn onto the main straight. So crossing the start-finish line, it's Wayne Walker, Gabriel Nunes. Alright, so P2, Andrew Chilui, 16-second gap. That is awesome for Chilui. Very solid, very consistent, lapping the 113s at the moment, just on par with the leader, Wayne Walker. Chris did round, crosses the start finish line. That means Alex Kess and Paul Robinson are this far back, which is what, 19 seconds. As they cross the finish line, we'll show you where Justin Bryce is, who's still 13 seconds. In fact, he's dropping back a little bit, 13 and a half. I thought the battle between Kiddas and Robinson would actually slow them down for Justin. But Justin's lapping about half a second slower than the guys in front. Just on that lap alone. Whether that's consistent or not, we'll see. No, still half a second on that lap as well. Right, so Kiddas stretching out a little bit. Got the gap just over a second now. As you can see on the track map, they are the closest two dots together. Everyone else is evenly spaced out like they're on an F1 quality session. Making sure they don't take each other's draft or dirty air on track. Doesn't make any difference to these guys in the V8, so they don't really care. We are under race conditions. Dudham back in the pits. So these guys are going to move up a spot as they cross the start-finish line. And we'll see Dudham drop. There he goes. So this should be Dudham's last pit stop with 16 laps to go. still Kiddas and Robinson, the closest drivers on track at the moment. Probably do a 1 lap profile on each driver. So we do have 15 laps left, so stick with Chewy until they cross the start finish line. Absolute pearl at job is only half a second off the leader, Wayne Walker. That lead stretching out to just on 19 seconds now. It's Andrew Chalui racing from Entertainment Park in Bankstown, New South Wales, in a venue called Entertainment Park. They're on 2 SimWork $50,000 machines, and that's the other guy in Entertainment Park, and that is Gabriel Nunes coming into the pits for his set, and that's the pit counter you can see in the windscreen. Should be leaving in about 10-11 second mark, unless he's taking a belly of fuel. Yes, he is. He's going to be there even longer. Right, so we'll go to Kiddas and Robinson, and that's Haynes up ahead. Haynes is currently in P7. Right, so we've covered those two for a while. Oh, okay, so this is for position as well. Okay, so Chris Dudham on fresher tyres. Good to see another battle going on board with Chris Dudham now. Trying to get the drive. Is he going to pull out under? Oh, he gets the job done. Nice and easy, fresh tyres. Oh, see Justin just struggling there. He's got to make them last another 13 laps. Dudham is now got to chase Paul Robinson, who's 16 seconds up the road. Well, Brad Martin just getting out of the way of these two. Really awkward position for Justin Bryce there. They did come together. So we saw Justin Bryce, Brad Martin just trying to get out of the way. Oh, just the lock up there and got balked a little bit, and that's Brycey into the wall. So that's Bryce settling back into P5. I heard on the radio he's really struggling on tyres, and that's why Chris Dudham got through quite easy. Oh, he's in for another set. So he's going to sacrifice another position just for another set of tyres. So he'll be in for his tyres with 12 laps to go. Alright, so that means Neil Haynes. Where's he? Brad Martin is also in the pits, staying on the super softs, and he'll be off very quickly, and so too Justin Bryce. They'll be battling it out for position. No, Bradley Martin's a lap further back. Right, so Neil Haynes up in a P7. He's got to come around a full lap to catch Justin Bryce at the moment, but we've got Kiddas and Robinson back together again. See the tropical environment of Townsville here on the street circuit in the heart of Townsville. See the mountain in the background. That's Mount Stewart in the background. So again, this is the closest battle on track at the moment. It's on and off, on and off. You can see Paul strong under brakes there. Will these guys need to pit again? It'll be sacrificial if they pit from this stage of the race with only 11 laps to go. So Drake down the main straight once again, lap 39 and 50. Still holding down P2, 30 seconds behind the leader, and quite a healthy lead over Alex Kidas. He's only got 10 laps to go. I don't think he needs to pit for tyres anymore. So he needs to just hold it out here. He's got a healthy lead at 15 seconds, even though he was struggling on tyres. He's just got to look after him. Lap consistently, don't push it, just guide those tyres through the laps. He's lapping in the 114s now. That last lap at 114.5. He's coming up to the back of Neil Haynes in P7. There he's just taking the lines nicely. Not pushing it, just guiding it through each corner. Nice braking early, just posting it, taking the curves at the right spot. Out nice and wide, coming in, avoiding those curves altogether. We see a lot of the guys try to take that early, but he's going right around the outside. Hardly any accelerator through there, just letting the car roll through that section. This is flat out, but you've got to come off. Well, he's hit the right spot actually, where you're not losing too much wheel spin at the back, going over that quite deep hole on the inside driving line there. Right, up to the final corner, around, across the start-finish line. It's only got 9 more laps to go before the end of the race. And Robinson out there again, deserving praise. Paul Robinson trying everything he can to get up close to Kidas and making an impact. If you're enjoying the broadcast, make sure you give us a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe and the notification bell, and you'll get notified next time we go live to air. And then our next round will be the NASCAR League that we run. And all this information can be found if you follow the Discord link down in the description. Just get on board, be part of the community and race with us. We may be introducing a new league towards the end of the year, as we've been running just the V8s and NASCARs this year. We might introduce an express round or express league that should invite a lot more drivers to join in. So the gap just over a second now, 1.3. The rest of the field really stretched out here. Kidda's just bouncing over that curb, unsettling the car, unable to get on the gas early enough. Robinson able to squeeze up a couple of tenths on the gap there, but it looks like Kiddas has got a hold of that position right now as Paul Robinson's struggling to get any closer than that. Just having a look at the gap back to Dudham, who's pitted again for fresh tyres, and he is 7 seconds back, and he's lapping 2 seconds faster than the guys in front. Great pictures coming to you from North Queensland in Townsville. Beautifully presented track thanks to a brilliant motto called Andrea 1968. You can check out his website, all his content, if you follow the web link in the description down below as well. Make sure you click that thumbs up as well if you're watching out there, and hit the subscribe as well. Bradley Martin, currently in P8. He's coming for a fresh set. Last lap was 1:15.9. His fastest is 1:13.4, so on the pace, but towards the end of the race, I think he's taken on some fuel, which is only going to slow him down a bit. Bradley Martin going to the inside, and then Kiddas has got to make his way around. Martin just driving in his revision mirror because he's got Paul Robinson to come through as well. Let him through around the outside. He'll try to stay in the way. That's a true gentleman. Brad Martin is driving in the Caterpillar Ford Mustang. On board with Paul Robinson now, the number 83 for Paul Robinson Motorsport. See how these guys are really edging these cars around. Quite a difficult car to control, to be honest. They're not the easiest cars to drive. Very much challenging for any racecraft is to master the V8s. And that's why we're seeing all the V8 drivers do quite well overseas. Because they've been able to master this vehicle, everything else just seems quite easy. There's absolutely no traction control, no ABS on these vehicles. Just roll bars and brake bars, that's it. No assists at all. Just raw power, raw V8 power. These cars are definitely mimicking the real life Gen 3s. No longer able to change the roll bar in the cockpit. Only brake wise. I can see Chris Dudham in the background. The gap was 6 seconds. It is now down to 3.2. We've got 4 laps to go. Can he get up there any further? This will be something to watch. As we can see that gap now. Look at him flying down. So on this lap alone, let's see what the time difference is. So Chris Dudham behind it lapped in the 1:12.7 and Paul Robinson at 1:14.2. So that's almost 2 second chunk out on that lap alone. If he goes at that rate, he will get to the back of Paul Robinson, but will he be able to make the move before the checkered flag? I think Alex Kiddas is quite safe further out in front, because once he gets to Paul Robinson, it's going to slow him down quite a bit. But the pace they're setting is still quite impressive, on par with these old tyres. They've only pitted once. I think Chris has actually hit it twice. Closing the gap now, down to 1.7 seconds. He will get to the back here. This is a story to follow with only 3 laps to go in the race. We haven't seen Wayne Walker for a while. Let's cross to him. As he's coming up the back of these guys, he won't actually get to lap these guys, I don't think. So that's Wayne Walker, Andrew Chalui. It's almost, well, he's 50 seconds back, so it's almost a full lap back. But that was Justin Bryce just flashing past the camera as we cross to it. And then Alex Kittas in P3. He's got a 1 second gap, and Paul Robinson has now got Chris Dudham right on his tail. He's probably looked in the revision mirror with nothing in it all race, and now with only 2 laps to go, he's full of white Ford Mustang of Chris Dudham in the Walkinshaw number 2. He's just going to be patient, get the inside maybe, or just a rear stepping out. I can see him getting under brakes here. Chris is too strong under brakes. Maybe the cross on the inside. Drag race now. Definitely got the line, and that's the job done. So that's Chris Dudham moving up into P4, relegating Robinson down into P5. Robinson's just got to sit in there and take that position. There's not much he can do about it. He's got no rubber left on those tyres, yet he's still lapping in the 114. Very impressive. Now let's look at the gap that Chris Kittas has, which is 3 seconds, and that is nothing at all. So looking at Kittas, where is he? He's just up the road. Chris Dudham's got 2 laps to get Kittas. Let me know in the comments where you think he can get the job done or not. I can hear a slower car. That's Chalui in P2, and that's taking out P3. Oh, so Chalui has had P2 pretty much not handed to him, but he's fought hard. Oh, Kittas now just losing it. Those tyres are gone. Spun out on that, and Wayne Walker's going to come round and make it the last lap for them. It is the last lap of the race anyway, but spectacularly, Chalui once again from a commanding position has given it up towards the end here, really struggling on those tyres. You can hear the lock-up, but Kittas has managed to get past him. So Wayne Walker needs to get past these two, otherwise these two have to race towards the end to take that position, because Wayne Walker is going to come up behind. He won't overtake me, he won't get in the way. And this is Wayne Walker about to take the checkered flag for the rest of the field. Because these guys are just in front of him, they have to do a complete lap before they claim their position. So it's Kittas, Chalui. But congratulations to Wayne Walker. He can take a breath now and just watch the action unfold in front of him, because Chris Dudham is up into 2. Paul Robinson managed to get back P3. But the race is not over yet. And then we've got Alex Kittas and Chalui. So this is for position. So with 2 laps to go, this is all coming undone now. And oh, Chalui spun again. Right, so that's freed up Kittas now to take 4. Chalui has to come back around, otherwise Justin Bryce. Bryce will actually take P6. He won't be able to gain any positions. So Wayne Walker's already crossed the line. This will be Chris Dudham on his opening round with SimHaus leagues. He's going to collect a P3 sorry, a P2 and a 2 P2s. Congratulations. Paul Robinson crossing the line. He's going to take third, and Alex Kiddas is going to take fourth. So he lost one spot, Alex Kiddas, but Chalui unfortunately went from second to fifth in the matter of 3 laps towards the end of the race. Unfortunately, that's going to suck for him, but he can take note that he had a solid drive all the way up until that point, and he can only get stronger from there as he crosses the line, taking P5. All right, so Wayne Walker taking that race quite fittingly and handsomely, almost a full lap ahead of the whole field. And in spectacular form, Chris Dudham will take P2 ahead of Paul Robinson. Alex Kiddas getting caught up with Andrew Chalui for 4 and 5, and then Justin Bryce having a couple of pit stops there, settling into P6, just ahead of Neil Haynes. Bradley Martin in P8 recovered quite well ahead of Gabriel Nunes and David Baker in P10. That means in P11 was James Spotto and Enda Murphy in P12. So that's the end of the racing for tonight. So next round, make sure you join us. Will be at, can't be Simmons Plains. It's going to be at, oh, that's 2 weeks away. So that's at Sydney Olympic Park, Sydney Motorsport Park, and it's going to be a night event. It's always a doozy, and we've had a few guys saying that they can make that one. So that's going to be a huge event. So the boys are heading their way down south now, and in 2 weeks' time we'll be at Sydney Motorsport Park on July 17. So make sure you join us for round 7 for that one. In fact, if you want to race with us, you can. We've just had 2 new drivers join us tonight, doing quite well. Chris Dudham in P2 and Neil Haynes in P7. So make sure you're one of those guys that joins us as well for the next B8 league. Now, if I'm going to cross to the NASCAR league, show you where the next race is, it's going to be at Phoenix Raceway on the 24th of July. So we'll have 2 races back-to-back later in the month, which is exciting. And Phoenix Raceway, an oval circuit. So we'll be doing 3 oval races for that one. So make sure you tune in for that for the NASCAR League 2024. All right, so that concludes the racing for tonight. Thank you for joining us. We hope you can make it again. If you want to keep up to date with all our information, the information's down below in the description field. Follow the Discord link, and that's joining our community for all the league and all the race information, including the racing tonight. So thank you very much for tuning in, and we will see you on the next one.